As of course, we have Umar Shariff, an educationist and a religious scholar himself. Thank you, Umar. We have Sultana Begum, a retired government official. Thank you, ma'am. We also have Shariff Khan, a religious scholar. I'd like to first ask Umar. Umar, you were very passionate about this topic. Your take on it. Triple Talaq. First of all, WhatsApp message, another incident. What would you say?
See, you have put me into the hot furnace when I have to answer this, because there's so many varied opinions among the scholars, and I cannot be the spokesperson for the entire Muslim community, because as Muslim community has got so many factions. But if you were to ask me the question, what does Islam say? Then Islam talks about talaq in intervals.
Yes.
And it has specific timings and specific way of giving it.
Yes.
See, if you read the Quran, chapter number 2, verse number 229, God Almighty says talaq is twice. Once you give twice, then again you have an option to take the wife back. Then again, if you give the talaq thrice, that would be at an interval of 3 months. The first talaq would be in 3 months, and again after that you can get married. It's a lengthy process.
It's actually a beautiful process.
Yeah,
because
it
gives a lot of room. It gives a lot of room for the couple to actually patch up or make up or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not practiced. That's the point.
Yeah.
So when many other countries have abolished it, don't you think should we be joining those lists? Especially 22 countries, Islamic countries including Pakistan, have banned triple talaq. So why is it taking so long for India to do so? Is marriage really taken lightly here, or that it can actually be called off through WhatsApp message? Do share your views with us on News 9. Call us on 080-2236-030204. Coming back, like we said, 22 countries have banned it. Should India join the bandwagon?
Yeah, the issue of triple talaq at one go, talaq, it is something which has been contested.
It's non-Islamic, it's not in the Quran.
I would like to complete. It is something which one section of scholars, they agree upon, and the other section of scholars disagree to that. So what we say is that those people who say that it is permissible, they say it is the wrong way of giving talaq, yet it is materialized. They don't say this is the best way. They say the best way is to follow what the Quran is saying, but yet it is valid. That is according to one section. But the other section of scholars say that it is not at all permissible. It is not at all valid. So I am from that school of thought. I believe in that it is not valid to give 3 talaq at one go. So I am in favor if people, the scholars come together. I want the scholars to come together and
3
have a
talaq
dialogue.
in one go is not even accepted as far as I understand.
That's what.
But unfortunately, it's
See, that's where I'm telling you. I can't be the spokesperson for the entire Muslim community. There is one section of the
who actually
believe 3 talaq is valid.
Okay.
So I disagree with them. Yet I would want them to sit over the table and discuss this matter and say.
But you're saying one section of the scholars who believe it, but it's first of all not there in the Quran.
Yeah,
so
it's not the Quran itself.
It's not what the Quran says at all. So
Absolutely.
if those scholars believe that instant talaq is valid, then those scholars are not scholars.
No, we would say
I don't know what
I would say. They are scholars who have made some errors. We can put it across that way. We cannot deny
such a massive error.
We can't deny.
Such a massive error.
We can
to understand. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't doubt it that most of them follow this process. The 3, waiting it out for 6 months altogether.
No, it is because of the
ignorance. They say
most of them
3 monthly cycles of a woman. That's how much. That's the weight,
that's
right?
Period,
So that's a process that's giving you so much room to reconcile.
And they have to stay together.
But
they have to stay together in the same house.
No, what are the 3 stages? Can you brief me?
The thing is, when a person feels that he cannot cope up with his spouse,
wife,
so at that point in time he utters the word. After giving it enough time and thinking, there could be some arbitrators to patch them up, but it didn't work. So at that point in time he announces, pronounces talaq. So
first talaq.
The first talaq, when he says for the 3
what you just say it and it's done.
He said, but it has not materialized until the 3 monthly periods have passed. So if he wants to take her back within the 3 periods of monthly periods of time, it is called as talaq raj'i. Meaning he can live with her as husband and wife without getting married to her, but the first talaq is over. The first talaq is over and he can live with her as husband and wife. But in case if the the months have passed away and he has totally given the talaq, and that's called as talaq-e-ba'in. Talaq-e-ba'in is irrevocable talaq, wherein he cannot take her back unless he marries her. So there is a scope for him to marry her again. And take her back into the family. So this goes for 3 times. So that is what, again, if he wants to get married, he can get married to her. And again, he wants to give talaq, he can give. So minimum of, you can say 9 months, you can say, if at all, at any given point in his life. If he's given talaq thrice, then after that he cannot marry her until she gets married to someone else, and then she comes back.
I got it.
So this is how it is. It's a process, very simple to understand, but
very difficult to follow.
very, actually if you follow it, it makes a lot more sense. But
one thing, khula is a method where the man consents, and like he rightly put across, nikah-e-fasq is a point where the qazi just makes it invalid.
The marriage.
I mean, it's just dissolution of the marriage. There, the man need not give the consent. So that is 3 times you can just broadly understand.
So, yeah,
talaq, then khula, and nikah-e-fasq. The qazi just says it's invalid because she doesn't want to live with you. And if the man, he wants to prolong, to give the consent, at any point the qazi can take a decision.
okay.
So that's how it is.
Well, then it's a fair. Also about alimony, I just wanted to find out, what's the deal if a husband says talaq, 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 and he goes, he has no responsibility on his wife,
at the time of marriage itself,
We have mahar.
mahar is given. وَآتُ النِّسَاءَ صَدُقَاتُهِنَّ nihla. The Quran says, whenever you want to get married to a woman, give her dower gift. It is the responsibility to give the dower gift. And the mahar is something which she opts for, what she wants. And it is something like in some place very difficult. It's like in Arab countries, they demand something in lakhs. Not like in India. In India, what happens the other way around?
They give
No.
one
In
lakh.
It is the moment, it's just
In India, it
like
is
a
just
memento.
no. In
Like a
India, what they do, actually, they
Tokenism.
take dowry.
Token.
No, actually, let me tell you, in many areas, we are not supposed to take dowry. But that is haram. It is forbidden. But in India, what happens? Many cases, the man takes dowry,
Ulta.
and for the namesake, he gives mahar, say something very minimal.
Out of her dowry.
Minimum.
So it is transgression of the law. Again, what they have to do and what they are doing is 2 different things.
As much as we are, talking about how beautiful the religion as it is.
Yes, it is.
Why
Even
isn't
polygamy
there
is
anybody
in- no.
protecting it?
No,
And
even
because
polygamy is being
it's not being
mistaken.
protected, should the Supreme Court intervene is the question.
One of the reasons is that the Muslim masses in India, they are not really
Educated.
knowing
They're
about the
ignorant.
religion.
Ignorant
They're
about
ignorant.
the
Yeah,
religion.
many a times
So
they
why isn't the community carrying out,
That is what I told you,
awareness
we need
campaigns,
awareness among the
sending out
community.
the right message?
The qazi, the scholar who is supposed to take a call, he has to perform properly. If he's doing the work in the right manner, then people would have faith in him. But when he's not giving justice, that's when people round about and keep moving from pillar
Anyway,
to
now
post.
there has been lot of awareness.
So
I'm going to wrap with
the
you.
scholars have to be taken in confidence. See, even if the Supreme Court passes something, it can lead to some mishaps. So what we must try to say, we must try to engage in discussion with the scholars who are having differences of opinions.
Right.
And with those scholars who are very clear about this issue. So if they are going to sit, because the scholars who believe in the triple talaq, the scholars who believe in the triple talaq at one go, they also consider it's a bid'ah way, it's an innovated way. So they say it is not to be done in this way, but still it is valid. But now we have to win them. We need to win their confidence, because they should not feel insecure.
We got to win the confidence. I think enough and more awareness campaigns have been carried out. Media channels have been going really heavily on this, on all those women who've left high and dry thanks to their husbands. Instant talaq, first of all, is not even there in the Quran in the first place.
Instant talaq is not there.
It's not there. It's not Islamic. So it's if a person says that I am following Islam and I give instant talaq, he is not a Muslim.
No, don't go to the extent of saying, don't say to the extent of not a Muslim. Say, we won't say, no, we don't say, no, no.
It's not a desired way of talaq.
He's going against the Quran.
No. It's a weaker opinion you can say.
But
Don't
Islam
term-
believes in the Quran
No,
entirely.
you can't term him as a non-Muslim.
Anybody who
Wow.
says
You
he's a
can't
Muslim-
term-
How can he be proud about being a Muslim when he's not following the Quran? That's what I don't get.
We can only
That's
say
the only point.
we can only say
Well,
he's
whatever
following
it is, at least
weaker opinion.